Dustin Daggett in the 2M rolling off fifth. Keith Dempster in the 5. White flag is displayed at Ohsweken Speedway. Next time around, we're going to be going green flag racing for 25 laps for the Corpac merchandising sprint cars. Two by two, 12 rows of beautifully prepared sprint cars ready to come to life. Jamie Collard, Glenn Styres on the front row. Dale Shuttleman, the green flags in hand. Ladies and gentlemen, you came looking for a show. Well, here you go. Let's end all the anticipation as we bring to you our feature presentation.
Well, here we go. Collard and Styres into turn one, but look at Dustin Daggett making a move. Collard, though, fights back.
Trouble for Stephen Goldner up in corner one. He'll loop the 30G around. Keep the foot in the throttle. We stay green flag racing.
So Collard has the lead momentarily. Here comes Daggett down to the bottom side. Another time. Fireworks in the air and also on the track here. Collard now opening up a lead.
Jamie Collard comes across to complete lap number 2, but Dustin Daggett in second. Yellow flag on the speedway. On him. And that will definitely play a factor in the handling for Dustin Daggett in the 2M.
Yeah, Dustin's got his front nerf bar right on the back end of Jamie Collard, and I think that's actually what caused the front wing on that car to collapse. You can see it sitting forwards, and I think it might fly up when we go back green here.
Back underway here in the A-main. Jamie Collard, your leader on the high side. Dustin Daggett down low. Jessica Zemkin and Glenn Styres switch back and forth. Troubles meanwhile for Scott Kruder in third.
Yeah, Kruder almost got into the backstretch wall there, had to back out of it. Dane Nida sideways out of turn 4, almost contact there as well.
Very close right there, close call racing. Meanwhile, mid-pack, Tony Stewart not able to make any ground as he's got the youngster Shane Ross on his back bumper.
Justin Daggett definitely fighting an ill-handling car with that front wing coming off. Really sideways out of turn 4. Now some contact there as Styres puts the slide jump on.
Crazy racing between Dustin Daggett and Glenn Styres as they go at it back and forth. Glenn dives down to the inside trying to make the move down in corner 1.
Jamie Collard would be loving this if he could see behind what's going on. He's
Travis Cunningham around behind you, Tommy.
And everybody does a good job to avoid the spinning car of Travis Cunningham.
Keep one.
Don't forget also, guys, the procedural rules involved here. If that nose wing comes off Daggett's car and ends up in the track, he could be sent tail for causing a caution for debris off of his car. So he is praying that that nose wing keeps together, Greg. Back to you for the restart.
Dale Shuttleman with green flag in hand as we get ready to go back to racing. Single file past the cone, and we're back at it. 4 in, 21 to go here in this A-main.
Collard on the top side, Daggett trying to make a bid on the bottom. That doesn't work. Here comes Styres. And now Styres got tangled up there and falls back. Here comes Zemkin.
Styres really had to get on the binders there as Daggett pushed him way up into the wall. Now the driver on the move, the 1Z at a Sprintcar, New York. Jessica Zemkin into second.
Daggett is really fighting that 2M right now. Almost parked it up in turn 1 as he does not have any grip on the front end, but still somehow holding on to that second spot.
Jessica Zemkin in the second spot right now. Glenn Styres flies off the track in corner 2, loses a handful of positions. Tony Stewart gets by Styres.
Look at Stewart almost up. He is in the top 5 now, fighting with it with Tom Hoopinen. He won the B-main, started way back in this field.
What a comeback run by Smoke. Tony Stewart into 5th, but he's got Tom Hoopinen to the outside of him.
Well, Hoopinen is a former track champion here. He's not going to give up that spot very easily, even if it is Tony Stewart. These guys are racing for points, and Hoopinen is in the top 5. He throws a slider at Stewart. Stewart crosses back under.
Right back down under him. He goes into the 5th spot. Meanwhile, out front, Jamie Collard leading the way. Jessica Zemkin in second. Dustin Daggett third. Scott Kruder 4th. And Tony Stewart sitting in 5th.
The top side in 1 and 2 is really going away. The cushion right up near the edge of the track, and some of these guys are flirting with disaster up there, including Jessica Zemkin that last lap.
10 in, 15 to go in this one with Jamie Collard sitting out in front. He's reaching lap traffic. The first car will be Bobby Crawford. Jessica Zemkin sitting in second. She gets a challenge from Double D, Dustin Daggett.
And Collard will like what he sees here. He's been running the top side all race, and the slower cars are running the bottom. As I say that, though, Brad Law and John Burbridge go side by side.
The battle is on for the third, fourth, and fifth position. Meanwhile, the leader working through heavy lap traffic as he gets around Crawford, now working on Brad Law.
And Collard, as he moves up through this traffic, is going to encounter some more heavy stuff. And Stewart is up into the third spot now, the fourth spot.
Trouble in corner four, pardon me, Connor Mahoney goes around, keeps the gas in it, but the yellow flag had already flown. This is the yellow flag that Tony Stewart wanted. He's made up a ton of ground on the bottom groove. He sits in fourth.
What a marvelous bit of driving by Jamie Collard as the car got spun out right in front of him. Did a great job to get load up, get turned, and keep it out front. Good bit of driving there by Jamie Collard.
Jamie Collard is your leader. Jessica Zemkin sitting in the second spot. Third is Dustin Daggett in the 2M. Then Tony Stewart. What a run for him coming out of the B main. He's up into fourth. And guys, he's making hay on the bottom lane. As you said, Tommy, under green flag conditions, that top groove going away.
Doing a great job keeping it up there, but he definitely is going to have his hands full with the front end of the 2M.
Fortunately for him, it slid forward instead of flipping back into his field of vision. So for right now, at least it's in about as good of a position it could be if it's going to break.
"12 laps in, 13 to go in this four-pack merchandising sprint car A main. As we'll get back on with the green flag in the air, Jamie Collard and Jessica Zemkin lead them into one.
Single file, they go past the cone, but quickly they span out 2 and 3 wide as Zemkin made a bid for the lead. Here comes Stewart on the bottom of Daggett.
Zemkin on the inside with Tony Stewart in her tire tracks. Halfway mark is at 13 and 12 to go here in this A main.
Zemkin throws the big slider on Collard. Here comes Collard trying to make a run to the inside. Stewart still trying to get around the 2M of Daggett. Not able to do it yet, and here comes Styres back into the fight in the zero car.
Yeah, Glenn Styres lost a bunch of positions a while back in this one. Now he's into the fourth spot, and he's gaining ground on Tony Stewart.
So Zemkin now the leader by 3 or 4 car lengths. Stewart going after Collard for the second spot, and he will clear him going into turn 1.
Zemkin running the middle groove right now in corners 1 and 2, way out high in corners 3 and 4. As it's wheel to wheel, Tony Stewart and Jamie Collard. It's going to be Zemkin and Stewart at the top.
Zemkin has been close to feature wins here at the Speedway before. Now Stewart switches back up to the top side now that he's clear of the rest of the field. Styres up to third.
How about the players we have at the top of the field? Jessica Zemkin, your leader. Tony Stewart in second. And here comes Glenn Styres, hunting both of them down.
Yeah, Glenn made a mistake earlier in the race, and now up over the berm in turn 2. He goes once again. Still holds on to the third spot. Stewart's starting to catch Zemkin.
Lap traffic again is going to play a factor. Stewart's right there within striking distance on the 1Z of Jessica Zemkin.
Slower traffic is going to play a factor. Zemkin switched lanes there, and it didn't work to her advantage. Here comes Stewart to the inside.
Zemkin stays up high off of 4. She'll maintain the lead as she'll work to the outside of the 5C of Connor Mahoney with 19 in. 6 laps to settle it. Who's it going to be? Glenn Styres again high off the banking.
Well, Glenn caught a little bit of a rut there that time and slid up high. If he hadn't been making mistakes, he might be up in front of these 2 drivers.
Coming down. 5 laps to go as they cross the stripe this time. Zemkin to the high side of Bobby Crawford. Stewart losing ground now as there's a bunch of slow traffic right in front of the leader.
Yeah, a bit of a melee there between Jamie Turner and Shane Ross, and that's not what the leaders wanted to see. But they keep it going. They're racing 3 wide right in front of them, though. Still a few laps to go. Traffic is going to play a factor.
This time by, we're left with 3 laps to go, and the leaders mired in heavy traffic. 1, 2, 3, though, they're all right there. Stewart into the lead for a moment, and here comes Jessica Zemkin on the high side.
Heavy traffic. Stewart splits the lap cars, and that may prove to be the winning move as he opens up a bunch of distance there over Zemkin.
How about this? Tony Stewart is in the lead. Jessica Zemkin in second, and here comes Glenn Styres as we're coming down to the white flag.
Stewart now out of turn 4. He'll get the white flag this time by. Styres gets around Zemkin up into second. Does he have time to catch Stewart?
One more time down the backstretch. Here comes Glenn Styres. They're going at it. Fans are getting excited. Styres makes one more charge. Down to the checkered flag, and at the line, Tony Stewart goes to victory lane.
Styres will take second, third Zemkin, fourth. As they come around will be Jamie Collard, and then it's the 2 of Dustin Daggett.
Wins the top 3 in the other. Glenn Styres said he was going to beat Tony. He came up a spot short. What a battle between these 3 here tonight. Tony, there's the hardware. You must absolutely love this place.
Yeah, and I love nothing more than beating that blonde-headed girl over there.
Glenn Styres, he kind of threw out a challenge too. He said, I'm going to go out there and beat Tony Stewart. You got the better of him tonight too.
Yeah, he was coming, I think. Where we were running was kind of going away, but we had to use it to get through the traffic. So the great thing is the racetrack was awesome tonight. There were 3 places you could go. You could go to the bottom, in the middle, of the top, and it's hard to do for a racetrack. So Glenn and his staff did a good job getting prepared.
Get through that B main and getting into the A. Did you really think you had what it was going to take to get to the front? Did you think the track was going to allow you to get to the front like you did?
I mean, the track was there for sure. It was just a matter of making the right decisions. I got a really good break one lap. I think we got by 6 cars at 3 and 4. So it just was little things like that we needed. The cautions came out early, and we got about 6 or 7 cars really early in that. And a short race like this, we needed that now.
Now, Glenn, basically earlier on, stalked you, followed you. Are you glad that he followed you and told you about Ohsweken and got you to come out here?
It didn't take much for him to get us out here, and him and everybody here at Six Nations. You guys have been so good to us last year, and everybody in the pits has been good. I mean, we're going to be down there for a while signing autographs, and everybody just kind of let us race tonight. So we enjoy this. This isn't a big stretch to get us here.
You got a lot of supporters to help you with the dirt side of things. Who would you like to thank?
I got Jimmy Carr and Marty and Eric. Jimmy's from Canada here, so it's nice to always win here for him. And it's nice to be back on Hoosier tires. Unfortunately, we got to run on Goodyears again tomorrow, so the nightmare continues tomorrow night. But at least we got to race on real tires tonight.
There you go. He'll tell you, look at this. Tony Stewart in victory lane. A storybook ending. And we'll move in with Glenn Styres, Glenn Jeffrey with Glenn Styres.
Well, Glenn, you said you were going to kick Tony's butt. You came up about 50 yards short. Who thought Glenn might have had him out of 4? One more lap, you might have had something for him, boss. But he was quick tonight. talk about what this means for you to have another fantastic show as we gear up for tomorrow's big event.
You know what? Anytime Tony Stewart wins, it's going to be on national TV all across America and Canada, and it's going to really help us out a lot. But you know what? I thought I was going to get him. I was all over him. He was getting all bent out of shape coming out of 2 there, and I was nearly running into the back of him and had to check up a little bit. But we were close, and I cannot believe how much harder you have to drive to keep up with Tony Stewart, man. It's insane.
All right, Glenn, we'll turn it over now. Tommy and the guys are standing by. Greg's standing by with our 3rd place finisher. How about for Jessica Zemkin? She put on a great show tonight as well.
Jess, phenomenal run tonight. Last year this track changed a bit and you said you struggled with it, but tonight you were right bang on with this track. You had to be happy with your performance in this feature.
Yeah, I got to thank my crew, Darren, and I got Michael from tonight, and I just had some really good guys and a lot of support, and the car was really good tonight. I got to thank especially Core-Pack Merchandising for sticking with me and backing me and helping me. I wouldn't be here without them, that's for sure. Don and Wendy up there in the stands, they're awesome, and it's all to them really that I'm here. And the track was awesome, and it's good racing. Just got caught up in the lap cars, and that just killed me. And I knew they were coming, and it's hard to be up front and not know where to go when the track got really wide and slick, and I was just a little bit too loose, but at least he got one so he can quit whining now.
Now, more words here in victory lane tonight. Jessica, though, you go in the pit area, no one works harder than you. I went over to talk to you today, and your hands were all greasy. You're working on the car. You get right in there. So it has to be a little more rewarding when you know you put so many hours just yourself. I know you mentioned the crew, but you work so hard on this race car.
Yeah, to put a lot of time into it, I enjoy it, I love it, and the harder I work, the better it seems to go. So I'm just going to keep going, and we'll get there.
Will we see you back for the Canadian Sprint Car Nationals?
Yes, I'll be here.
There you go, folks. Jessica Zemkin will be back. Let's hear it for 3rd place, Jay-Z, Jessica Zemkin. So that will wrap it up for tonight. Don't forget, tomorrow night, it's the Six Nations Showdown. The World of Outlaws will be back here at Ohsweken Speedway, 7:45 start time. As they'll do the photos in Victory Lane, the horde of photographers, and what I'm sure will be an awkward Victory Lane shot going on right now, folks. You heard it here tonight. Don't forget to join us tomorrow night. For more information, OhswekenSpeedway.com. Remember to join us on Facebook, on Twitter. As we've seen a phenomenal finish, Tony Stewart going to Victory Lane. Folks, you came to see Tony. How happy are you that he won here tonight? All right, well, he'll try it again. He'll try to defend his World of Outlaw win from 1 year ago. I want to thank you all for joining us here this evening. And all the staff, the officials, the crew, the ownership, Glenn Styres and the crew that do such a great job here. We thank them all very much, and they thank you, the fans, for coming out here this evening.